How far would you go for love? For some men, the price was their life. In the glamorous streets of Paris, London, and Monaco, a woman used her beauty and charm to lure unsuspecting men to their deaths. The media called her the Femme Fatale killer, and her crimes puzzled investigators for years. But was she a cold-blooded murderer, or was there something deeper driving her actions? Stay tuned as we unravel the chilling story of Isabelle Laurent, a name that strikes both fear and fascination across Europe. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss any of our upcoming deep dives into the world's darkest mysteries. Isabelle Laurent was born in a small village in southern France. Her childhood was far from idyllic. Her father left the family when she was just 7 years old, and her mother worked tirelessly as a cleaner to provide for them. Isabelle was a quiet yet strikingly beautiful child, who quickly learned how to capture attention. But despite her outer beauty, she often felt invisible and unloved. At the age of 18, she moved to Paris, determined to leave her modest life behind. She found work as a hostess in upscale clubs, where she began mingling with wealthy and influential men. But the glamorous world she longed for wasn't as perfect as it seemed. Isabelle's first relationship with a wealthy man ended in heartbreak. She was betrayed and felt used. This event shaped her view of men and laid the groundwork for her later plan. Her first known victim was Jean-Pierre Duval, a 52-year-old businessman from Paris. The two met at an elegant restaurant where Isabelle worked. Jean-Pierre was immediately captivated by her elegance and charm. Their relationship progressed quickly, and soon Isabelle moved into his luxurious apartment. But behind the facade of passion, Isabelle began plotting a deadly plan. She poisoned Jean-Pierre with small doses of arsenic, causing him to gradually weaken. Doctors diagnosed a heart condition, and when he eventually passed away, the cause of death was listed as a heart attack. No one suspected a thing. After Jean-Pierre's death, Isabelle inherited part of his wealth and began enjoying her newfound luxurious lifestyle. But the money didn't last long. Soon she was on the hunt for her next victim. Her second victim was Marcus Keller, a 48-year-old attorney from Munich. The two met on an exclusive dating app. Isabelle presented herself as an art dealer who traveled frequently and lived a cultured life. Marcus was enchanted by her sophistication and began showering her with expensive gifts. But like Jean-Pierre, Marcus also started falling mysteriously ill. His family grew suspicious, especially when a valuable piece of jewelry went missing from his home. But before they could act, Marcus was dead. Isabelle moved on, leaving no trace behind. With each murder, Isabelle grew more confident. She had perfected her method and knew how to avoid suspicion. She carefully targeted wealthy single men, with few close family members who might question their deaths. Her most high-profile victim was David Hawthorne, a 50-year-old real estate tycoon from London. The two met at a charity gala in Monaco. Isabelle introduced herself as a philanthropist with a passion for environmental causes. David was smitten by her charm and invited her on a romantic trip to Tuscany. During the vacation, he planned to propose to her. But Isabelle had other plans. David fell gravely ill, and Isabelle convinced the doctors it was food poisoning. When David died, Isabelle returned to France, with a substantial inheritance and valuable antiques from his estate. But Isabelle's luck eventually ran out. Marcus Keller's brother, who had been suspicious from the beginning, pushed the police to reopen the case. Through international cooperation, investigators began connecting the dots between Isabelle's victims. They noticed patterns in her dating profiles and in the financial transactions of her victims. Her downfall came when she met Henry Whitaker, a millionaire she encountered at a yacht party in Monaco. By this time, the police were closely monitoring her. During a weekend getaway with Henry, investigators found traces of arsenic in a bottle of wine that Isabelle had gifted him. In a dramatic operation, Isabelle was arrested on the yacht while sipping champagne. Isabelle's trial was a media spectacle. The press dubbed her the Femme Fatale killer, and her glamorous courtroom appearances made headlines. While some saw her as a cold-blooded murderer, others viewed her as a victim of her past. She was ultimately convicted of multiple counts of murder and sentenced to life in prison. But Isabelle's story lives on. Books, documentaries, and even fan pages have been dedicated to her. Some see her as a modern anti-heroine, a woman who turned against the men who had once hurt her. What do you think? Was Isabelle a cold-blooded killer or a victim of her circumstances? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another story from the dark world of true crime.